Alixa Brobbery, and this poem is called Why I Read. I first read Princess Academy when I was about 10. I reached the last page of the book, paused, then flipped it around and began to read it all over again. I love that book. I can recall carrying it everywhere with me, with childish glee, my fingers furiously flipping through well-worn pages as I read in the doctor's office and in my family's car and at school and anywhere it wouldn't be considered rude. When people ask me why I'm majoring in English, I can't help but look back on experiences like this. I love English because I've always loved to write and read, but also because without those things, I don't know who I would be. Because when I was in middle school, I drank just a half mug of hot chocolate for breakfast, ate only 3 bites at lunch, but prided myself on reading over 60 novels in 1 year. Wow. Because when I was in high school, and my lit teacher asked us to write poems on the back of our tests, I thought this was the best part of my day, and not a simple way to get extra credit. Because I've been writing sonnets to all the boys I loved before, beginning in the 8th grade. Because as a child, my so-called safe place was in my teacher's classroom library, and in Camp Half-Blood, and joining in on Nancy Drew's mysteries. Because poetry taught me how to count the ways I love someone, and to walk confidently in beauty like the night. To sing like a caged bird, and to rage against the dying of light. What happens when a black man falls from the sky, and how to keep your composure and sass if you happen to travel back in time. I started off this poem with Princess Academy because it's a masterpiece I still think of regularly. Because each time we open a familiar story, we find it's a different reflection of what our life can be. Because when I was 10 years old, I thought I was Mary, headstrong and smart, leading her people into futurity. But as I grew and covered myself in layers of self-doubt and insecurities, as I began hiding behind metaphors and similes, as I drifted into silent irritability, I began to wonder if I was more like Qatar, the girl roughly described as a thorn bush hiding a hair too skinny to eat. Maybe I was a satirical sonnet, all style and no substance, all pretty poem with no point. If literature was a mirror to my world, then I was a girl too afraid to look inside it and acknowledge her reflection. But literature also taught me that in the hands of the right author, I am a round character. This story isn't over until I say it is so, and there are sequels to Mary's adventures on Mount Escol. If I don't like the way this chapter ended, I can always go back and restart the beginning. Open up a new blank page, begin a new stanza after a line break, pause, flip myself around, readjust, and begin to live my life in a different way. Thank you.